Plenity. What is it? What does it do? How does it work? Is it worth it? I'm going to tell you about it. I've done the research. I've been reading about it. I want to break it down for you in today's video. Welcome back. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. And I like to cover these weight loss industry trends, what's happening, celebrity news, all kinds of stuff, because science is a big part of what I do. I also have a freelance medical writing company called Wilson Medical Writing. So I enjoy covering this, bringing it to you so you can make informed decisions about your healthcare plans and stuff like that. So let's get into it. First off, I guess I should state that I have no affiliation with Plenity or its company Genesis. What is it? If you haven't heard of it, it's an oral super absorbent hydrogel indicated to aid weight management in adults with excess weight or obesity when used in conjunction with diet and exercise. Basically what it is 3 pre-packaged capsules that you take with 16 ounces of water about 20 minutes before you eat lunch and dinner. This was cleared by the FDA in April 2019 as a medical device. It is a hot search right now, so I thought I'd give you a little bit more information. And I want to specify and clarify that it's a class 2 medical device. It's not a medication because it's not metabolized by the body. So other class 2 medical devices, kind of like contact lens, right? It's something you use, but it's not really like in your guts. I mean, it's in your guts, but you don't metabolize it yourself. And basically what Plenity is cellulose, cell walls that's found in cell walls of plants and algae, also known as insoluble fiber in fruits, veggies, and whole grain foods. They actually do clarify this in their FAQ that Plenity particles have a 3-dimensional structure, which when hydrated create thousands of small individual solid gel pieces. Dietary fibers, on the other hand, have linear structure, and when hydrated, they carry water only on their surface. I'll talk a little bit about that after I get to the results for you. So here is a picture of cellulose. So what it looks like is cool. It's 2 little glucoses linked, that beta linkage right there. And when you add water to these, they create compounds like this. They get pretty thick. Let's look at a video of how.
Once in the stomach, the capsule's outer layer dissolves and the Plenity particles are released. As you can see, the particles absorb the water around them and grow to 100 times their size, creating individual gel pieces with the firmness of solid ingested foods similar to vegetables. Then, once in the large intestine, the particles are broken down and release the majority of the water. Plenity then leaves your body as part of the natural digestive process.
So that is a quick overview of how it works. Those particles expand to about 100 times their size when they're in that thing, and it takes up a lot of space in your stomach. Another thing that they did in the research article is in the description below. They gave the patients a diet of 300 calories per day, 300 fewer calories than what they're eating before. I had the macros there if you're interested, and then having them increase their exercise to 30 minutes moderate intensity exercise per day, like walking. And what they found with the results, these are pretty impressive. Weight loss over time. So this top line is the placebo. These are people who are just doing diet and exercise, 100 calories off and the 30 minutes exercise. They lost about 4% of their body weight over that time. And then the Genesis 100, aka what was later called Plenity, they had more results, losing 6.4% of their body weight. And then you look at this, about 60%, 6 out of 10 people lost about 5% of their body weight with Plenity versus 42%. And then over these different categories, people lost more weight with Plenity than just on diet and exercise alone. And that was all statistically significant in the study. So that is interesting. The next thing, in a clinical trial, 59% of Plenity responders lost an average 10% of their body weight, which is 22 pounds in 6 months. So that could be helpful for you here. Waist circumference. So the size of your waist, basically after about 6 months, people lost 2.6 inches on Plenity versus people who only did the diet and exercise only lost 2 inches. Now I want to say like only because you're still getting the benefit just from doing diet and exercise, and without taking Plenity, it just might add a little bit extra for you. Side effects, a lot of people ask about that. In the clinical study, there were no difference in overall side effects compared to placebo. Most common were fullness, bloating, gas, and or abdominal pain. And things to look out for, reasons you can't take it, if it can affect your medicine absorption, if you're under age of 22, history of gastrointestinal conditions like Crohn's disease, if you have heartburn chronically, those kinds of things, you're not going to be wanting to take this. And this is a prescription medical device, so you can't or you shouldn't just be taking it on your own. Also, I'm not a doctor. Even though I recognize this could be part of your healthcare and weight loss plan, you want to ask your own doctor. It has to be prescribed, or you can call in for a prescription, I think. But you definitely want to make sure that you don't have any other medical conditions that can affect how this works for you. Cost could be a factor, $98 per month, and that's covered by some healthcare plans. So that is the quick summary of Plenity, something to think about, Plenity to think about, and a little bit about what I think of it. Treatments that reduce your stomach volume and or appetite are only part of a long-term health solution. And I covered this a little bit last week when I was talking about Randy Jackson's weight loss. I'll put a description above where he had the gastric bypass, which actually like restricts the size of your stomach. And if you have that, that's not like you'll lose weight, but then over time, you're not change your eating habits. So like it'll be less effective over time. And same if you just have a lot of stomach volume, which this is what is increasing, like the space is taking up a lot more space. So you'll feel more full and more satisfied. But if you're still not making healthy food choices, you're not going to get the nutrients that you need in a balanced way. And that's something else I put here. It doesn't help you make healthier food choices. What I do is I have the guilt-free framework where you build confidence, realistic focus, and accountability so you can consistently make those changes for yourself, get the results that you want. And the key is you want to make sure you're getting enough vitamins and minerals from whole fruits and vegetables, right? So if you don't have that, like this is just the gel that expands. If you're not getting the fiber that you need, some of the vitamins that are going to be found in that produce, the whole grains, all that, then you might not be thriving or leading to healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. And something else I wanted to point out is that these things kind of reminded me of these sponge pills, right? Remember you add water and then they would expand. Do not eat these. This is not a substitute for Plenity, but I just thought it was interesting that like, oh yeah, you can look at that and see how if it expands, you'll have less room in your stomach for other foods. And then you're going to eat less. But don't eat the sponge pills. Ask your doctor about Plenity. And if you don't want to use medical devices to lose weight, I've got some links in the description below. I've got a Facebook group that you can join. Also, plant-based recipes, which are a great way to increase your fiber. So you can get closer to that 5+ recommended servings of fruits and veggies per day. And that's going to give you great mood benefits, help you feel satisfied, and revolutionize your life. I don't know, change everything that you want for yourself, and be the change that you want to be in the world, lead to healthy, fulfilling life, your dreams, et cetera, et cetera. So that is what is up with the Plenity. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Plenity. If you've heard of it, if you're trying it, how it's working for you. I love hearing those experiences. And so people can understand more about this process and maybe learn a little bit more about how they can take confident ownership of their path to freedom and fitness with Fit for Freelance. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. And as always, keep practicing. Peace.